So what is up guys, my name is Mentor, and today I present you guys my first ever syncing tutorial, and a lot of people have asked for this, so I'm basically going to show you how you sync with timer mapping, and in particularly jump syncing. That's what our focus is going to be on. So we got the song right here. Let me just put this to quarter so we are not going to experience any lag whilst recording. And I'm just going to move straight to the kill cam part because that's the smoothest part. Yeah, so let's just cut it right here. And alright, so I'm just going to quickly explain what timer mapping is. Timer mapping is literally right here. You enable timer mapping. You can like go a couple frames forward and then, you know, kind of speed it up to whatever you like. It's actually really simple. You have your song right here, right? So let's just quickly listen to the song real quick. I'm just going to turn everything off. So we want, yeah, so sorry about that. We want the shot to be synced at this part right here, like the beat drop. Actually, this isn't really the best song. You know what? Let's just keep it right in the beginning because then we have loads of beats to sync to. So I'm just gonna keep it right here. So this is pretty much my way of doing the whole time mapping, my jump sync, and it's probably not the best, but this is the way I do it. It's my workflow, so I'm just gonna show you guys my method of how you timer map. So we have this clip right here. Vokes is about to hit a dope shot, and we'll go a couple seconds back because there's a beat drop right here, and I want him to like kind of sprint forward fast in a way, right? So I'm just gonna drag it out right here, and this is where I want him to stop. So I'm just gonna stop it right here, right? And we have another beat right here. Actually, you sometimes, if there's like loads of beats, you can easily just like make these little marks right here by clicking on the star button. But if you don't have that, you can just drag it out right here as well, but it's just a little bit easier just clicking on the star key or whatever. So we have loads of beats right here that we want to sync, so it looks good and has flow. This is a key point. If you want flow in your edit, you definitely want to learn how to jump sync. That can always improve your flow. Well, obviously it also depends what genre you're going for, like what type of edit you want. Yeah, I mostly do actually use jump syncing, so this is my way, so let's just go with it. So yeah, we have this beat right here, and I see the guy right here. I slow it down, so he's gonna reload right here. So I want to go frames right here, and then I want to just you know, put a little bit more seconds forward so it's like quicker, and then we want to slow it down again right here. Slow it down. We know he's reloading, so he starts spinning right here, right? So we go a couple frames up forward again, and then drag it like this. Obviously you don't want to do it too much because if he's doing something cool in his trick shot, you actually want to show that. But in this case, we are yeah, it does like a little catwalk right here actually. So in this case, we're just gonna respect the fact that he goes for a sick shot, and we're just gonna appreciate it. So what we're gonna do is we can slow it down right here because it goes a couple frames forward. We're gonna slow it down so we can see the catwalk he does midair, and that kind of adds a little bit depth into the trick shot itself. And players actually do appreciate this a lot. So if you know how to do this and you know how to execute it well, then I'm sure you're gonna be a fan favorite in terms of players. We have another beat right here, and we know he's gonna turn, right? And I know he's gonna shoot right here. He's gonna shoot here in a second. So this is like the classic 2-beat drop, right? I just made that up. Anyways, this is the classic 2-beat drop, and basically there's a beat right after, right? And it looks dope. If you know how to sync it perfectly, I'm gonna do it right now. It looks really dope if you know how to execute it. So he shoots right here. We know he's gonna spin a little bit more right here. He's gonna spin a little bit more, so we might as well just fast forward it so it looks a little bit cooler. So until he stops spinning right here. Well, actually it does. Let me just fix this real quick, like that. There you go. And then slow it down. Slow it down. Let's make sure he's mid-air because that's gonna look a little bit cooler. And then at the next drop or beat, whatever, we can like sync it up again when he, you know, hits the ground. And then he's gonna reload right here, and we might as well not do loads of things because actually we can just go a couple frames back. And then he's gonna reload right here, and we might as well go a couple more. Like, you don't want it to be too sharp or strong. Like, you don't want this thing to be too strong. So I'm just gonna go a couple frames forward and go to the part where he reloads. He's gonna throw the mag right here, and he's gonna go right here, and then you want to slow it down. That's gonna look really cool. Hold up. This is literally what jump syncing is. You have little space between each keyframe, And then once the final beat has been synced to, you have a big space because you want a bit of slow-mo, because that kind of adds like it adds to the flow. So hopefully I worded that out right. I really have no clue what I'm talking about. Now you sync the clips, right? It's not gonna look that good, but let's just preview it real quick. Yeah, this looks like shit, but yeah, this looks fine. Alright, it looks like shit. But anyways, for the next step, you want to highlight every single keyframe that you've synced, and you want to click on this little thing right here. It's called Graph Editor. And you want to click on that. So, you see this little shape right here? You want to click on that as well. So what I usually do is, I have this little thing right here, right? If it's like, in clips like this, where there's literally a beat, and the clip goes in, I want it to be fast, like in a slip of a finger, right? This is what I usually do. I kind of like turn it up. Like the more you turn it up, pay attention to the seconds right here. The more you turn it up, the quicker it's gonna be, basically, right? So it's gonna be more out in time. So basically, the frames right here, if you move it forward, you know, it creates more space. So you can essentially just move the keyframes, or sorry, the graph editor around, and you can have the perfect timer map. And that's what we're gonna do right now. So I usually just want to turn it up a little bit like that, you know, just give it a little edge, give some curves, you know. We're just gonna continue this little method right here. Actually, we can see right here it's very slow-mo, but we're gonna fix that. It's gonna look good. And yeah, so basically the key part right here that you want to sync perfectly is right here when he shoots. You want to drag this down right here. Drag it down, so see, so it like kind of builds up to the shot, right? It's gonna look a little bit choppy, but with RSMB it's gonna fix it. So just kind of want to do that, and maybe like don't make it too choppy though, because this is just gonna look really bad. But yeah, so we had a little, or you could also just, you know, slow this down a little bit so it's not too much, so there's more space in between, so it's not too laggy, and you pretty much got your shot synced. We want to slow it down now, right? And you only want to do this when the player is not spinning in midair, and basically for that you click here, enable frame blending, and I'm just gonna demonstrate why you don't want to do it whilst he's spinning. Oh yeah, make sure you click on this, and then on the box right here, you know, this part, frame blend, and then you tick it twice. See? When he's spinning midair, there's just gonna be a ton of warp. Sometimes it works out, but most of the time it looks like dog shit. So we're just gonna keep it simple. And maybe right here it's a bit too slow. I'll admit that. Maybe that's where we need to fix it, right? We need to fix it. Maybe we've overdone it. So what we're going to do is just you know, just go a little bit up, right, like that. Doesn't hurt anybody. It looks good. Still looks good. So we cut it right here. Make sure you disable frame blending right here. You just take it off, and then yeah, you can keep it on for the rest of the clip. As you guys can see, there's a little bit warp. See right here, there's a little bit warp on round when you kill. What you can do is duplicate this layer and mask out this part. Just mask it out like that. Just make sure it covers the entire, I'm doing a rough mask, but make sure it just covers the kill cam bar, and then take this off completely so it's clean. There you go. You're not gonna have any, see, it's gonna like lag a little bit. So what you can do, if there's not too much movement going on up here, you can tick it once, and then it's barely noticeable, and RSMB is pretty much gonna cover it up as well. So you pretty much got that sorted out. So if anything of that, like if you have problem with anything of that nature, like you have too much warp going on, you can always just mask it out, play around with it. Even like the hit marker right here, you can always mask that out if you want everything to look clean and simple. It's actually, oh yeah, make sure for HUD stuff, you know, like you can't do it with this, you can't do it with that because it's just gonna look weird. But make sure for HUD, like, you know, hit marker for example, you want to like feather it up so it doesn't look too sharp, because you're probably gonna see cutting edges, you know, the mask, so it's gonna look weird. Or actually, let's just put as much frame blending as we can. Let's just check where we can put it. We obviously can't put it right here, there's too much warp, so let's just go to parts where there's not that much going on. So right here, until you start spinning, right, you want to just cut it right here and then enable it. Oh, sorry, you want to disable this part. Obviously where you start spinning, you want to disable that and enable it where he doesn't spin a lot. See, it looks really, really smooth, and you want that. And you know, for parts right here, you don't really notice the warp when it's actually playing and you have RSMB on. You don't really notice. But if you want to be a perfectionist, you can always just, you know, it's not that big of a deal, and you can always go the extra effort to just, you know, make it clean and look good as possible. So yeah, so let's just play out the clip and let's see how it looks. Alright, so the jump syncing part is mostly noticeable around here, obviously, and this particularly does not look that good. So let me just to show that I'm not a fraud and this actually works, let me just quickly add some RSMB, and most of the time we're gonna have black bars as well. So just to prove that I'm not a fucking fraud, I'm gonna show you guys. So yeah, let me just render this thing out real quick and we'll show in full speed with color correction and RSMB. I'll show you guys that it's not that noticeable and it's not actually that bad. So you can easily cover up mistakes like that with RSMB and pretty much the whole setup. So yeah. Alright, so it's pretty much done rendering. I mean, it's almost done, but it's like we might as well just watch. There's nothing special at the very end. So yeah, let's go. That looked actually pretty sick. So yeah, we pretty much that's pretty much the tutorial, guys. I hope you guys learned something. I mean, I'm sure you guys pretty much know how to TIME-REMAP, like how to do the whole graph editor part. And if you guys want more tutorials like these, let me know in the comment section below. Please leave a huge like and a comment. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, I have a sell-fi store, and I sell like pretty much almost all, actually no, I have like four stuff up on my sell-fi, and they're really useful. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave a sell-fi link in the description below. And I almost stream every single day, and I'll be streaming tomorrow around this time where this goes up, you know, to chill, to hang out. I'm gonna be doing a bunch of things, so make sure to hop by tomorrow if you want. And yeah, this has been Mentor, and thank you guys so much for watching this video, and peace.